Feel it, the breath of the desert shaping endless dunes, the cool whisper of an oasis that dares to bloom against the Ica Desert's unrelenting thirst, the surge of adrenaline as you carve your path down a towering sand mountain at first light. This is Huacachina, Peru's otherworldly desert sanctuary, a tiny crescent-shaped village cupped within the dunes, where a shimmering lagoon unfurls like a living mirage beneath 400-foot waves of sand. Just 5 kilometers from Ica, this Oasis of America is far more than a picture-perfect backdrop. It's a realm where ancient lore mingles with modern adventure, and the sun sets the desert ablaze in hues of fire, copper, and gold. For centuries, Huacachina remained a whispered secret among locals and wandering souls. Today, it calls to thrill-seekers and romantics alike, with roaring dune buggy expeditions, gravity-defying sandboarding, and tranquil paddle rides on its myth-steeped waters. But beneath the rush and revelry lies a delicate ecosystem, a legend of a weeping princess whose tears birthed the lagoon, and a gentle reminder to move through this desert Eden with care. Join me on this epic Huacachina escapade. We'll chase sunrise on sandboards, slip into the hidden folds of the dunes, and unravel the oasis's spellbinding legends. From the thunder of dune buggies to the velvet quiet of starlit nights, this is your portal into Peru's wildest wonder. Let's dive in. Our journey begins in southwestern Peru, where the Atacama Desert extends its bone-dry reach into the Ica region, a vast expanse of wind-sculpted sand spanning 2,500 square kilometers, part of the driest desert on Earth outside Antarctica. And tucked within this immensity lies Huacachina, a tiny settlement of around 100 residents, circling a natural lagoon fed by underground aquifers and now sustained by artificial pumps to counter modern depletion. Once discovered in the 1940s as a therapeutic retreat, its mineral and sulfur-rich waters believed to soothe the body, the oasis later blossomed in the 1960s as a glamorous escape for Lima's elite. Today, it has transformed again, evolving into a vibrant hub for adventure seekers who come for the dunes but stay for the magic woven into every grain of sand. But Huacachina's beginnings, they rise not from written history but from whispers of Inca legend. One beloved tale recounts the story of Huacachina, a princess so stunning and soft-voiced she could move even hardened warriors to tears. Her name in Quechua meaning "she who makes cry." Grieving the death of her beloved, she wandered into the desert, and the tears she shed pooled into the lagoon where she bathed. When a hunter suddenly spotted her, she plunged into the water and transformed into a mermaid. Her emerald cloak unfurled into the surrounding palms, and the mirror she carried shattered into shimmering dunes. Another version tells of an Inca maiden whose sorrow-filled song summoned water from the earth itself, her spirit said to linger in the lagoon's depths. Whether princess or apparition, the myths echo the oasis's uncanny allure, a place where life blooms in defiance of one of the world's harshest deserts. Historically, the region is no less remarkable. The nearby city of Ica sits atop millennia of innovation. The Nazca culture, some 2,000 years ago, engineered sophisticated aqueducts, puquillos, to funnel underground rivers to their fields, systems still used today to irrigate vineyards that produce Peru's iconic pisco brandy. When the Spanish arrived in the 16th century, they expanded cotton and grape production, yet Huacachina remained a quiet, almost secret refuge until modern tourism stirred it awake. Today, the oasis is protected as a regional conservation area, safeguarding 2,407 hectares of fragile coastal desert ecosystem from overuse and ensuring its shimmering waters and soaring dunes endure for generations. Fly into Lima's Jorge Chavez Airport, then roll south toward the desert on a 4 to 5 hour bus to Ica. Tickets hover around $20 on reliable companies like Cruz del Sur. From Ica, it's a breezy 10-minute taxi or tuk-tuk ride to Huacachina's palm-lined promenade, where hostels, cafes, and tour booths wrap around the shimmering lagoon. Budget travelers settle into spots like Banana's Adventure Hostel, complete with a pool and social buzz for about $15 a night. Those craving comfort can splurge on the eco-styled Desert Nights Eco Lodge for around $50. When to go? The sweet spot is Peru's dry winter, May-September. Bluebird skies, daytime highs in the 70s to GF, and crisp desert nights. Summer, January-March, brings warmer lagoon dips and livelier crowds, but expect 90 to GF heat. Steer clear of the November-April rainy season when flash floods can throw travel plans off course. Now, time to unleash your wild side. Huacachina's dunes rise up to 400 feet, sculpted like colossal golden waves begging to be conquered. The crown jewel experience? Dune buggy and sandboarding tours, an adrenaline-charged 2-hour escapade running $20 to $60 depending on group size. You'll strap into an open-air 4x4 with a seasoned driver. Imagine a desert roller coaster as you rocket up vertical walls of sand, drop into plunging valleys, and drift along wind-carved ridges at speeds reaching 60 mph. Reputable operators like Peruvian Sand Adventure and local crews prioritize safety with helmets, harnesses, and routes suitable for everyone from adventurous kids to thrill-hungry adults. Then comes the true desert high, sandboarding. Wax your board, drop to your stomach, or rise to your feet like a snowboarder and launch yourself down towering slopes. Beginners easily hit 30 mph, while seasoned riders push even faster, carving fluid lines into the shifting terrain. For the ultimate experience, book a sunrise session. The cool air sharpens your senses, the dunes glow molten gold, and every run feels like you're tracing the first footprints on another planet. Want more variety? Try sand skiing or grab a simple sled and rocket down gentler hills. Pure, unfiltered joy. Most tours climax with a sunset finale. Climb a crest, crack open a cold cusqueña, and watch the sky dissolve into pink, amber, and violet above an ocean of rippling sand. At the oasis's heart lies the lagoon itself, an emerald, 200-meter-wide pool cupped by date palms and eucalyptus, once famed for waters said to soothe ailments like arthritis. Rent a $5 pedal boat and drift across its still surface, scanning for herons, desert finches, and other birds darting through the reeds. Swimming is allowed, though visitors should check current water conditions. The lagoon can turn sulfur-scented and slightly murky when levels dip. Prefer to unwind? Lounge beside a resort pool with a pisco sour, Peru's signature blend of grape brandy, lime, and frothy egg white. Or circle the dune's rim on foot for sweeping desert panoramas and those essential high-ridge selfies. Extend the fun even further. Take a day trip into Ica's famed wine country, where historic estates offer deep dives into Peru's beloved spirit. Wander the vine-covered grounds of Tacoma, South America's oldest vineyard, for guided cellar tours, pisco samplings, and views of the desert meeting lush farmland. Craving ancient mysteries? Head to Pisco Airport, about 45 minutes away, and board a small plane to soar above the Nazca lines, those enormous hummingbirds, monkeys, and geometric shapes etched into the earth 2,000 years ago, visible only from the sky. For wildlife lovers, a boat out to the Ballestas Islands, nicknamed the Poor Man's Galapagos, unveils a spectacle of barking sea lions, waddling Humboldt penguins, and over 150 bird species swirling above dramatic rock arches. Yet beneath the adrenaline and sightseeing, Huacachina's everyday rhythm beats softly but strongly. Locals, descendants of both Inca and Spanish communities, run humble family hostels, carve souvenirs from hardy desert wood, and tend the date palms that thrive along the lagoon's rim. Throughout the year, the oasis glows with tradition. Festivals like Virgen del Rosario every October fill the village with processions, folk dancers, and music that blends Catholic devotion with deep indigenous roots. And of course, the food completes the experience. Savor fresh ceviche marinated in sharp lime and ají at lakeside cafes, or try kapchi, a cool yogurt and potato dish with cheese, comforting, local, and usually under $10. Ecologically, Huacachina survives on a razor-thin edge, a rare green heartbeat in a sea of sand. The oasis shelters desert foxes padding along the dunes at night, iridescent scarab beetles burrowing beneath wind-carved ridges, and migratory birds that treat the lagoon as a vital rest stop on their long journeys. Yet this sanctuary faces mounting pressure, excessive groundwater. Extraction for farms and tourism has steadily lowered the natural water table, leaving the lagoon increasingly brackish and shallow. To keep the oasis alive, the municipality of Ica now pumps in treated water, a human lifeline for a place once fed solely by ancient aquifers. Add in pollution from unchecked buggy traffic, litter from visitors, and trampling of delicate desert plants, and the ecosystem's fragility becomes undeniable, sparking new conservation rules, restricted driving zones, and the rise of eco-focused tours that teach visitors to tread with respect. But Huacachina holds more than beauty. It holds mysteries etched into the desert's bones. Venture beyond the lagoon to find the Nazca-built puquillos, ingenious spiral aqueducts channeling hidden underground rivers, some still flowing after nearly 2 millennia. At night, lie back on a dune and watch one of Peru's clearest night skies ignite, the Milky Way stretching across the horizon in a silver arc untouched by light pollution. Travelers whisper about secret dunes known only by local guides, vast untouched slopes perfect for private sandboarding at dawn, and the occasional mermaid sighting in the lagoon, a playful nod to the oasis's ancient legend. One ex-adventurer in 2024 described Huacachina as pure magic, praising empty sunrise dunes and a serenity rarely found elsewhere. For deeper exploration, hike to the region's fossil beds, where preserved shells and marine creatures reveal a stunning truth. This desert was once the floor of an ancient ocean, long before sand ever ruled the horizon. In 2025, Huacachina is charting a sustainable future. Visitor limits during peak hours, biofuel-powered eco-buggies, and community-led cleanups help protect the oasis's fragile beauty. A few savvy tips: reserve your dune tours early through apps like Get Your Guide. Bring sunscreen, a wide-brim hat, and closed-toe shoes for scorching sand. And honor the desert. Leave no trace and stay on marked paths. The best part? It's still wonderfully affordable. You can enjoy a full day, lodging, buggies, sandboarding, and meals for under $100, all in a safe, welcoming village where locals greet you like family. And as the sun rises over Huacachina's towering dunes, setting the lagoon ablaze in molten gold, let this place sink into your soul. This oasis isn't just about adrenaline. It's proof of nature's magic. From the tears of a fabled princess to the adrenaline of your own dawn descent, Huacachina calls to the bold, grab your board, the desert is waiting. Thanks for wandering this oasis with me. Subscribe for more Peruvian wonders. Until next time, chase the horizon.